Hello humans, and welcome to the afternoon drive. This is your Gen X gamer here. And guys, this is the Cartridge and Disc podcast, and what a show do I have for you. I have something that interests me. That's right, something I find interesting, but hopefully it will be a good topic of conversation and entertainment for you. Remember, these are my opinions, guys. This is an opinion show. This is entertainment. It is not the news, but I like commenting on the news of the day or what's happening in the gaming industry in general. And today I want to talk to you about these Unreal Engine NPCs that are driven by AI. Let me tell you, if you haven't done so, go check it out. It's very interesting, and you'll have some fun interacting with these NPCs that will answer your questions. They will literally answer your questions about how they feel, anything about their looks, their state of mind, anything. They will pretty much answer any questions. Sometimes they might take a little bit longer than usual, but you will definitely have some fun, absolutely. But a lot of people are making the jump to thinking that these are going to be on their next Nintendo release, on their next PlayStation release. Well, easy there, partners, easy. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Now, as you know, we always dig deeper, so I will try to give you an explanation from Silicon Valley's point of view, because that's what I do. When I'm here in Silicon Valley, I try to pick people's brains, even though I'm not in that industry. I'm not in the video game industry, guys. Just my neighbors are, and I always ask them questions regarding video games. And, as long as I don't ask them about the Amico, they're more than willing to sit down and talk. So let me tell you why you're not going to see these in games. Reason number one is because they change the game experience. And why is that important? The reason it's important is because of the rating. That's right. Imagine you put these NPC AI models in Mario, for example. And all of a sudden this NPC is walking around there and he's having a good time. He knows pretty much what to say, but then the machine learning kicks in. And let's say you have a streamer, I don't know, who's a wholesome streamer? Let's say it's Rhea or it's Ursha Gaming, right? They're playing, I don't know, JRPGs, and they're playing with Mario, and they have great interactions, and they're asking good, wholesome questions, and everybody's having a great time. Awesome. And then you have, I don't know, maybe there's Wario down the street, maybe there's, I don't know, Luigi, what have you, and DSP and Low Tier God are interacting with those characters. What do you think the machine learning is going to do? One AI is going to be, within the game parameters, and one is not. That's what, that would change the game experience, right? Because the characters that were interacting with the wholesome streamers, they would be wholesome and well within the rating of the game. But those who were interacting with other players that had other definitions of comedy, let's just put it that way, they would fall in a different game rating. And then whatever you have in the box is meaningless, because that game experience changes. And the internet, they like to mod everything. So now imagine you're a developer, a game developer, and you're developing your game, and you made it E for everyone, and then you have this mob of people start interacting with your NPCs, and they turn them into bullies. Or they turn them into even worse. Now you're in trouble, because this is your game doing this. Number one, your game is no longer the rating that it says in the box or in your contract, in your user agreement. It's fundamentally changed. And what happens when that happens? Liability. That's right. The good old insurance companies come in. And let's say you develop a wholesome game. Let's say it's, I don't know, E10 or whatever the hell, right? Whatever the heck. And somebody changes it in some way where the AI NPCs now are bullying people. Or they're calling people names, or they're doing all kinds of weird stuff. That insurance company will no longer insure you, and whatever happens as a result of those interactions are now on you as a game developer, aka you are screwed. It's just like if you change your home, and let's say your home is insured, right? If you own a home, you insure it. The company comes in and says, yes, we'll insure this as is. You decided to add a room that fundamentally changes the house without doing it in a proper manner, without using a contractor. Maybe you just called me, and I went and got a couple of guys from the Home Depot, and we did the best we could. We built you a room real quick. You really love it, but it's off the books, as they say. Well, the insurance company will no longer insure you, and if there's a disaster, they will not pay. And it's the same with these AIs. If they fundamentally change the game, they fundamentally change the user agreement that you have with that company, the user agreement that they have with the publisher, the user agreement that they have with the console that they're on. Now you see, right? I find these topics interesting, guys, and I try to go a little bit deeper, or just give you a different point of view of the norm, because everybody can talk about the NPCs and how fun they're going to be, but I want to take you somewhere else with it. I want to give you a different point of view, and I hope I do that in these videos. Now, back in the day, let me tell you, programmers used to put funny Easter eggs in your game, right? Can you imagine if one of your programmers, let's say you're the developer, decides to get real cute and starts programming personalities into these AIs of figures that are not so beloved? Let's say that he programs, I don't know, one NPC to be just like Alex Jones, another one to be like Anita Sarkeesian, another one to be like DSP, another one like Cyrax. You can just imagine what kind of Easter eggs these are going to be. Right? Not only does it fundamentally change your game, but now it puts you in jeopardy for causing emotional distress on your players. If not worse. If not worse. So you can see why AAA companies are not at all thinking about putting AIs in their games. It fundamentally changes the experience, number one. Number two, it puts all the liability on them, uncontrolled liability at that. And number three, it would take more time to program. Let's say you did want to do a good job with these AI NPCs as far as you could. It would take longer to develop the game. You're already looking at, what did we say with PlayStation? The last one, 3 years, $220 million. Do you want to make it 4 years, 275? No, you don't. So it's just too much liability for these companies at this time. Will it change in the future? Maybe. But as far as talking to people here, those are the reasons I get why AI will not make it into their AAA titles. As a closed experience like they have here for free on the Unreal Engine, go ahead and enjoy it, guys. It's a real treat. But as far as you seeing it on your next favorite video game, oh, that's not going to happen. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Smash that like button for me. I really do appreciate it. If you really want to do so, go ahead and support the channel and join us. All right, guys, I will talk to you on the next one. Take care.